Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We absolutely believe in the power of innovative entrepreneurship on every level. That's why we are exploring ways to improve our education wing by making it as effective as possible. I, Priyanka, on behalf of Federation of Indian Industry and Professionals, welcome you all to the leading NavUrja wing to educate and make aware mankind in the country and globe. Here are some house rules for you. Keep your phone in silent mode. Rename yourself with mobile number. Put your queries in the chat box. Keep your notepad and pen ready. Note down all the relevant points for discussion. Also, for your information, a recorded version of webinar will be available on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you. Now, it is time to learn the fundamentals of the Federation of Indian Industry and Professionals. Unite together, succeed together. The Federation of Indian Industry and Professionals is a unique, multi-stakeholder organization of visionary industrialists, businessmen, and professionals who share a commitment in shaping the future of industry and society at large. The Federation of Indian Industry and Professionals is a not-for-profit organization. FIIP was established on the 1st of October 2020 with the objective of boosting a small and medium business movement across the country and becoming the voice of India's various business sectors. It serves its members and the whole society through the private and public corporate sectors within the country. FIIP is a lifeline for new startups, small and medium business leaders. It is a crucial platform for networking and collaboration for each stakeholder who is working for the nation-building cause and to build Atmanirbhar Bharat. FIIP is actively engaged in the welfare of business community and general society. It encourages debate and organizes engagement programs with policymakers, Indian private and public corporate sectors, multinational companies, regional chambers of commerce, industrial associations and professional associations in each state of the country. FIIP has created a cluster network of 40,000 plus GST practitioners and made available a platform for networking and consensus building within and across sectors, and is the best platform for Indian industry, policymakers and the international business community. Vision: to facilitate and boost entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial development in the country, to support socio-eco development leaders throughout the nation, to encourage women power in various fields, to make Atmanirbhar Nari. Mission: creating a world-class talent body of 5 lakh influential and powerful industrialists, entrepreneurs, businessmen, women, and professionals through FIIP platform within 10 years. DNA: sustainable growth, empowerment and creation. Purpose: helping business people, supporting economic development, creating industrial insights, inculcating industrial development, facilitating forums for professionals, solving problems with the right solutions, enhancing skills among business owners, and creating a common platform for building interpersonal relationships. Support for micro, small, and medium enterprises businesses, formulating applied strategies to meet challenges of various industries. Making society aware of social, health and environmental issues. FIIP has various business platforms such as Network, Industrial Insights, Katta, Spot, Digital, Womenpreneur and NavUrja. These platforms facilitate to make our country Atmanirbhar Bharat in the field of socio-eco environment, education, social and life. Now, it is time to proceed for our today's NavUrja program. FIIP has observed the gap in the areas of social life, personal life, health perspective, environment and lacunas of women values, which needed to be addressed independently by various awakening programs and practical applications to eradicate unwanted elements affecting, as I mentioned. FIIP has the pool of talent and versatile experts from each domain to do justice these issues and lead society towards quality, health and harmony. With this thought, we have extended as a harbinger through NavUrja, where FIIP is going to address the issues through series of programs providing practical and workable solutions for mankind in the country and globe. The NavUrja is mainly focused on life and social, health, and environment. Each area will be included with several topics and webinars. For example, life and social will have topics like child education and parenting, childhood obesity, gender inequality and many more such topics. Health will have topics like monsoon health, Ayurveda and lifestyle, diabetes a bitter truth and so many such other topics which will be very very important. Environment will have topics like green energy, energy conservation, rainwater harvesting and many more like these topics. With this brief about NavUrja wing, now I request our program coordinator to take over introducing today's topic and the speaker. Thank you.
Dr. Popatra Mohoday.
Good evening, one and all. Welcome to our NavUrja series number 6 program, friends. Today we are going to have needful and important and essential area of our concern that is related with Earth Mother. When we are talking about this particular today, the thought of green technology, the revolution for environmental balancing. We are going to understand technology, individual contribution, and further that how we can bring qualitative change in days to come to sustain ourselves for our further generation. So with this particular thought process, it is a privilege me to introduce today's speaker, Mrs. Smitaa Mahajan, madam, who is absolutely the person dedicated towards this particular thought process to save Mother Earth. About ma'am, in a nutshell, I will tell you, she is a serial entrepreneur and life coach. She is having a rich and diverse information of technology experience of last 14 plus years in the Fortune 100 companies. Actually, she is not working in one sector. She is having Vimita Ventures Private Limited, Extraordinary Vedalaya, then Sarcasms, then Rosanna Matria, then L.I.F.E. So these are her various concern organizations where she's contributing a large. Especially she founded Pink Warriors Private Limited in 2018, which helps, and guiding women entrepreneurs. So she, being woman, she knows the entire concern, so she is guiding further in that line. She has trained more than 15,000 entrepreneurs on platform of Vedalaya. So friend, such extraordinary personality with us, who's basically has developed that extraordinary Nari in that line of area of making the things to understand further. About the Rosanna Mitra, where she basically made this platform to help farmers and local business owner to grow their businesses. So she's having that particular so important thought process, which nobody's giving attention, but she's looking from all aspects. You can say in 360-degree thinking process. And she founded Vimita Ventures Private Limited to expand work of Pink Warriors Private Limited. So friend, today she's going to talk with the L.I.F.E Private Limited, where she has basically innovated, basic working on the green technology for carbon pollution reduction. So we are very fortunate, ma'am. We welcome on behalf of our FIIP, the FIIP, the platform, gaining a lot of knowledge and people to educate them. This, ma'am, welcome and come to you, ma'am. Please share us your valuable for today's gathering. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir, Mohit sir. Thank you for your introduction. And really, I am humbled. Thank you guys for joining the session. I think my getting. Am I audible to all of you all?
Yeah, ma'am, you are audible, but I think there is some echo.
Okay, so I think Navnath sir and Mohit sir.
Now it is clear. Now it is clear. Now it is clear.
Yeah.
Very much clear.
So either of you have to keep yourself on mute so that we don't echo the voice. Anyways, thank you so much. Can I share my screen?
Yes, please, ma'am, please.
So do I have that?
Yeah, you already have access.
Okay, okay, I am doing that.
Nana sir, can you please make Smitaa ma'am as a co-host?
Yeah.
Yes, Smitaa ma'am, please proceed.
Yeah.
Is any challenge, Smitaa ma'am?
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just skip this slide because already I have been introduced by Mohite sir. Okay, and in a very beautiful way. So from my side, the only introduction which I have is the slide going to the next page?
Yes.
No. We only able to see the same slide.
Yeah, for me too. There is some challenge. I'm stopping the screen share.
Okay.
Is any challenge?
Yeah, so the only introduction which I have for myself is other than the whole list of companies, is that I am a mother of a 13-year-old daughter, which gives me energy every single day to perform so that I set a best example in front of my daughter that yes, women have the power to do anything and she should also follow the same path of being a very powerful woman. So that's what I do every single day. So guys, as you saw that there is one company under my credentials. It is Lush Innovations for Earth Private Limited, in short L.I.F.E Private Limited. So this company actually deals with green innovation technology. Any technology which is innovated under this company comes for ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन. ओके, आज का हमारा जो टॉपिक है इट इज रिलेटेड टू green revolution, how we can save mother earth from the harm which we as humans are creating today. So before starting what actually we can do, let us understand what is green technology. So technology is really very clear. Anything which is made by man, okay, in a technical format is technology. But why it is called green? When यही technology जो हम बना रहे हैं, it is considered to be environment friendly. Okay, environment के benefit के लिए अगर हम कोई भी product बनाते हैं, तो that becomes a green technology. Now ग्रीन ये वर्ड क्यों यूज होता है? क्योंकि मदर अर्थ को जो हार्मफुल प्रोसेसेस के थ्रू, हार्मफुल रेस के थ्रू, हार्मफुल और जो पोल्यूशन चल रहा है अभी, पोल्यूशन कम करना है, प्लस जो कार्बन इमिशन हो रहा है, जो हम फॉरेस्ट को ग्रीन प्लांट्स को कट करके कॉन्क्रीट जंगल्स में आ रहे हैं, बड़े बड़े सिटीज में ही नहीं बट also in the suburban and rural areas. तो ये सारी चीजें हमारे एनवायरनमेंट को हार्म कर रही है. Delhi is becoming the worst place, when it comes to breathing pure oxygen. तो वो दिन दूर नहीं है जब हम लोगों को ऑक्सीजन खरीद के ब्रीथ करना पड़ेगा, ऐसे भी एक कहा जाता है. So that's why green technology is really, really important to sustain, to have that sustainability for all human beings. चलो हम पूरे ग्लोब के बारे में बाद में बात करते हैं. पहले हम हमारे एरिया के बारे में, हमारे सिटी के बारे में, उसके बाद में हमारे स्टेट के बारे में और हमारे देश के बारे में बोलेंगे. क्या इन इंडिया can we create something which can help this green revolution, can help Mother Earth use some alternative ways and technology so that जो कुछ भी harm हो रहा है environment wise वो कम हो जाए. तो yes, this is green technology, guys, and Life Private Limited is working to innovate such products through green technology. Obviously आगे के स्लाइड्स में मैं आप लोगों को बताऊंगी ही कि हम लोग कैसे हेल्प कर रहे हैं इस रेवोल्यूशन को आगे बढ़ने के लिए. So next is the goal. What is the goal? The goal of green tech, obviously I discussed, is to protect the environment. Already damage हो चुका है. Okay, the damage has been already done to Mother Earth. We are suffering. We are not having that pure air to breathe. We don't have the water which is purest. There was one time, when we used to drink tap water directly. I still remember when in childhood we used to go for any vacations. My father used to refill the bottles from the station platforms itself. Okay, but nowadays we have to buy our water. That means the damage has already been done. We see Sadhguruji's initiative of Save Soil. Okay, हम अपनी मिट्टी को भी डैमेज कर चुके हैं. So what all things can be done to preserve these natural resources like air, water, soil, etc., and save the environment from getting much worse. तो environment जो past में था वो अभी है नहीं. तो क्या जो अभी है उसको कंजर्व करने के लिए हम कुछ कर सकते हैं. तो ग्रीन टेक्नोलॉजी का बेसिक गोल जो है, इट शुड ऑलवेज बी टू प्रोटेक्ट द एनवायरमेंट and to repair the damage which has already been done. If carbon emission की ही बात करे जाए तो carbon footprint को reduce करने के लिए we will require like years now. If we are in 2022 now and there are some organizations which I am tied to, they are claiming or they are trying to bring this carbon emission or carbon footprint on a lesser side by 2030. उनको पूना में ही कार्बन इमिशन कम करने के लिए 2030 तक का साल लगने वाला है. So this is the kind of work which actually companies like L.I.F.E and organizations like FIIP are doing. And I am so privileged that FIIP ने एक इस वीकली वेबिनार का एक सेक्शन ही एनवायरनमेंट रखा है और उसमें ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन के बारे में बात करने का मौका दिया है. सो गाइस, टेक्निकली थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट अगर होता है अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए तो you can ask me questions by the end of the session. We will go through what are the different types of green technologies which any company or any organization can follow, or as an individual. हम दो पार्ट्स में इसको देखेंगे कि कंपनी लाइक लाइफ और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लाइक FIIP वो क्या कर सकते हैं, एंड एज एन इंडिविजुअल स्मिता महाजन, मोहिते सर, हम एज एन इंडिविजुअल क्या कर सकते हैं. तो मैं मेरे प्रेजेंटेशन के थ्रू आपको ये दोनों के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू समझाने की कोशिश करूंगी. तो बेसिकली बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं. अगर मैं लिफ्ट का यूज कम करके आई एम यूजिंग द स्टेयरकेस, आई एम कंजर्विंग एनर्जी. ओके, so this is very small but then very important step as an individual. If I put off my lights which are not in use, electricity का जो मिस यूज हो रहा है अगर मैं वो करती हूँ घर में अपने खुद के, that I put off all my lights where the rooms are not getting utilized by anybody, that also I am conserving energy which is coming in the form of electricity. So these are like very small things as a human being which we all can do, and we will talk in length about this whatever time I have. Okay, so types of green technology में सबसे पहले आता है ऑल्टरनेटिव एनर्जी के थ्रू हम कुछ कर सकते हैं. ऑल्टरनेटिव एनर्जी क्या है, मतलब आज जो whatever energy which is being used today to generate electricity, for example, okay, or to make landscaping very beautiful in government officials, in corporates, for example. So can we use some alternate source of energies to generate electricity, or to use the same soil or a different form of soil and still do landscaping and all? So alternate energy means using some other source of energy or other source of raw material to generate the required energies by human beings, so that we reduce the harm which is made by the current source of energies or current sources of raw materials which are used to generate the required energies. So alternative energy is one form of green technology. Now nowadays, we are hearing this word of electric vehicles more, EV vehicles. Ola ने अपने EV vehicles निकाले हैं. There are so many other organizations. Tata is working on it. We have already EV vehicles running on the road. So why EV? Because fuel consumed vehicles generate lot of carbon, and that is harming the environment a lot. We are already suffering from the pollution levels which are going higher and higher day by day. So one green technology is definitely EV. The government of India is supporting such kind of innovations, and we should also try to, as humans, as an individual, we should also try to, okay, through fuel के बाद we go to CNG, through CNG we go to EV, and ultimate goal of Indians should be obviously to move to EV type of vehicles, so that we reduce the carbon footprint of the environment to a greater extent. What is the next is green technology based out of sustainable agriculture. When I talk about agriculture, sustainable ये word बहुत आजकल it is in, it is a cool word now. Sustainability के बारे में हम बात करते हैं. तो sustainable means जो ज़्यादा देर तक चलता रहे, जो जिसका लाइफ स्पैन ज़्यादा हो. And now when we talk about green, this lifespan increase, the sustainability of any kind of technology which is used in agriculture should also be, we should also make very sure that this kind of technology is not harming the environment. Everything is related to that. Sustainability ये एक point of view तो है ही है, but when it comes to agriculture, then we have to make sure that we are using such technologies where water is getting consumed in a much intelligent and innovative way, so that agricultural quality increases, and at the same time we don't harm the current environment. So water, soil, air, ये तीन चीजें directly sustainable agriculture में आ जाते हैं. Can soil's quality be more improved? So L.I.F.E Private Limited is working on one project which is going to be a revolution when it comes to improving the quality of the soil and making the soil grow organic vegetables, that too organically, without even working on the soil for like making it organic for the 3 years time span which is normally used. Okay, so वाटर का क्वालिटी इंप्रूव करके हम सॉइल का क्वालिटी इंप्रूव करने की बात कर रहे हैं लाइफ प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के थ्रू. एंड दिस इज व्हाट ग्रीन टेक्नोलॉजी it talks about when it is related to sustainable agriculture. Okay, हम नेक्स्ट पॉइंट पे अगर आते हैं, रिसाइकलिंग या 3 R's which are used, and this is where basically we as humans can contribute a lot from the kitchen to our hall, to our vehicles, to our offices, to everywhere. Whatever we are wearing, we are eating, we are consuming in our daily lives, यहाँ पे ये 3 R's बहुत जरूरी है जो हम फॉलो कर सकते हैं. तो क्या ग्रीन टेक्नोलॉजी इस 3R कॉन्सेप्ट, व्हाट आर दीज 3R's? रीयूज, रिसाइकल एंड रिप्रोड्यूस. तो ये हम कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं ये देखना बहुत जरूरी. प्लास्टिक का कंजम्पशन घर पे कितना हो रहा है, हम पानी को वेस्ट कर रहे हैं क्या, हम सॉइल जो यूज कर रहे हैं. सो if I talk about one of the products which are there in Vamita is, we have replaced the soil, the natural soil, with coco peat. Okay, an artificial soil made by the coconut waste, and the planters are made by cocoa husk again, जो raw material coconut trees से ही आता है. So we are very light weighted. We plant planters, and the soil are made, and it is a patented product, by the way. So this is what we are doing it through these 3 R's. आप अगर आपको प्लांट्स लगाने का शौक है, और आजकल के फ्लैट सिस्टम में जो हम रह रहे हैं इन द मेट्रोज, we are consuming lot of water for the plants which we use in home and office decors. Okay, and lot of soil as well. There will be one day when water and soil, the basic resources of earth, would also be not seen. We are already using them, we are already purchasing them nowadays. Water and soil both are हम पैसे से खरीद रहे हैं. So recycle, reuse, reproduce, ये 3 R's अगर हम individual level पे भी use करें तो automatically we can, with a small bit of ours, we can contribute towards the society, towards India, and use our current resources in such a way that we refrain from damaging Mother Earth more. So what is carbon capture now, guys? Green technology, obviously there is some technology used. Let us understand carbon capture, which is like a bit of technical thing to be understood. I don't know about the audiences who will understand or who will capture what actually carbon capture is, but I'll try to explain it in a very simple way. हम जब कार्बन इमिशन की बात कर रहे हैं, कार्बन फुटप्रिंट की बात कर रहे हैं, तो क्या ऐसी कोई टेक्नोलॉजी बन सकती है जो कार्बन इमिशन, कार्बन फुटप्रिंट को कम करने के लिए, ये कार्बन कैप्चर करने के लिए कि अच्छा ये x amount of carbon, x kgs of carbon is getting out of the resources which we are using, and if we can capture this number, and once this number is captured, we make some technology to bring this number down. Okay, this is what we can do by using carbon capture methodology and creating green technology. The best example which I can give you here is of one more product which we have introduced through L.I.F.E Private Limited, and it is H2 Power, which is a hydrogen based kit which we apply to vehicles, which we install in vehicles, and help the vehicle owner to get excellent results when it comes to the fuel consumption. 30 to 40% of fuel consumption is reduced, and we get the average improved, the fuel consumption ka average improved for that vehicle. And because of the carbon capture which we studied, okay, carbon emission jitna two-wheelers, four-wheelers से environment में होता है, उसको capture करने के बाद we understood that yes, these many kgs of carbon is getting emitted through my vehicle, my two-wheeler, my car. These many kgs is already getting emitted. So can some technology be used to reduce this carbon footprint which is coming out of vehicles? So yes, we made a green technology called as H2 Power, which helps in 70 to 80% of reduction in carbon emission. Okay, so this technology is called H2 Power, and we are doing it excellent in Pune. These are the different types of yes, green technologies which we can use to make green revolution better in India. So let's go to the next slide, friends. And it is um, types of green technology which we are already, doing it as an investment to save Mother Earth. ये source reduction क्या है? Maybe similar to what we talked about alternative energy, but in a different way. The resources which we are using would be replaced in such a way that uh, we are using less of the natural resources and more of some technically used resources in such a way that we are producing uh, better green technology. Okay, what is sustainability? Obviously this word is self-explanatory. Whatever green technology we are using should have a lifespan of more than what is required, and we give it a sustainable mode from farmers to normal people like us, so that we use it, reuse it and reproduce it in a better way and in a sustainable manner. Yes, L.I.F.E जैसे companies are already there innovating, so we are doing a lot of investments in green technology companies, and we are investing, um, innovating such kind of products, not only through L.I.F.E but the whole globe is uh, working on such innovations. This is very interesting, guys. Cradle to cradle design. Understand the concept of cradle to cradle design. We have always heard about, a product or a raw material being used from cradle to grave. What does it mean? From the time it is uh, taken birth till the time it dies. Okay, we use products, raw materials, resources, energies coming from the environment, coming from our production, from cradle to grave. But when we talk about green technology, we design green technology in such a way where we are using or we are making products which are cradle to cradle design. Means what? Something which is taken place or taken birth through technology and is using a life cycle of some product based or some technology based product, and whatever the finished good is, whatever the waste comes out of this particular product or the end product itself is not getting thrown in the environment and create more pollution, but the same product is going as a birth to some other product. Okay, तो cradle to cradle मतलब एक प्रोडक्ट से दूसरे प्रोडक्ट का जनरेशन भी हो रहा है. So this is what cradle to cradle design is when we say green technology benefits, when we talk about green technology benefits. So this is very important point which all innovators are keeping in mind nowadays. Obviously viability, how effective commercially it is for the people, for the environment, and how commercially viable the product is, plus how benefited it is to refrain more damage on Mother Earth. So this is the green technology type of investment. Let's go to the next slide, friends. Very important slide. All the innovation companies work on some goals. हर एक कंपनी का, हर एक इंसान के कुछ गोल्स होते हैं लाइफ में और उनके कंपनीज में. सो ऑब्वियसली ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन को अचीव करने के लिए जो टेक्नोलॉजीज कंपनीज बनाती है, सच इनोवेशन कंपनीज, ओके, दे through the government, we have through the WHO, we have some SDGs. The full form is Sustainable Development Goals. So every innovative company works on some or the other SDG coming from these 17 SDGs. All these 17 SDGs are listed down globally, and innovation company work on either of these SDGs. So FIIP also has picked up, some SDGs from here, L.I.F.E Private Limited has also picked up some SDGs. We have some goals through these 17 SDGs only, which talk about green technology. Okay, so these are the SDGs on which we as innovators work. हाउ वी वर्क, सी अगर हम लोग लैंड को बचाने के लिए, मतलब सॉइल के लिए कुछ काम कर रहे हैं, वाटर के लिए कुछ काम कर रहे हैं, तो देन देयर आर SDG 14, 15 देयर. इंडस्ट्रियल वेस्ट का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, इंडस्ट्रियल वेस्ट इनोवेशन एंड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर काम करें तो वी आर इन SDG 9 फॉर एग्जांपल. ओके, सस्टेनेबिलिटी बढ़ाने के लिए काम कर रहे हैं इन सिटीज, विलेजेस, कम्युनिटीज, then we are working on SDG 11 for that matter. Climate change, climate action, ये जो क्लाइमेट के ऊपर जो डैमेज हो रहा है उसके ऊपर अगर हम काम करें तो obviously we work in SDG 13. So these are the different SDGs. I will not go into details of each one of them because we have really very less amount of time. But yes, water, soil, air are the main things nowadays, and making cities and communities more sustainable are the main in things which we all are trying to do, ताकि हम जो अभी गंद ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं, मे बी नेक्स्ट हमारे जनरेशन में हमारे बच्चे, उनके बच्चे, उन्हें ऑक्सीजन मास्क लगा के ना घूमना पड़े. So yes, the different organizations like WHO and all are already working on such concepts, and that's why these SDGs are followed. And I take the pride of being a small part, doing my small part as Smitaa Mahajan, and a small part as a L.I.F.E Private Limited director, and giving my contribution to the environment so that we refrain from creating more damage to Mother Earth. So next slide, guys. Yeah, we have already talked about this, but maybe we talk in more detail. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. So yes, as human beings, what we can do? Can we reduce the use of plastic, the use of different metals which are harmful for us, the use of fabrics which are not such so much biodegradable? As a woman, I will always promote, can we reduce the use of sanitary pads which are not biodegradable, and please support such startups or such companies which are using biodegradable sanitary pads. So yes, as a woman, I can do my bit through reducing such use. And in kitchen, can I not use plastic containers and shift to metal? So yes, we can do that. Can I shift to earthen pots? And that will also help me and my family to get the health benefits if I cook in earthen pots rather than non-stick cookware. Fashion में तो non-stick cookware जरूर है, but can we reduce the use by using हमारे एंसेस्ट्रल फैमिलीज जो है, दादा दादी के जमाने से we used to have these earthen pots, earthen vessels for cooking, and after that we shifted to different metals which used to get the minerals also while cooking. And now unfortunately we are all into non-stick cookware because we want to make our kitchen more beautiful, okay, and create lifestyle, a luxurious lifestyle. तो हमें लगता है कि हम एक luxurious lifestyle जीते हैं ये दिखाने के लिए कुछ ऐसे प्रोडक्ट्स यूज करते हैं. But then hello. Yeah. So, as an individual, we definitely can reduce few things like this. And, there is some voice coming. So, this is it. Reuse, yes, definitely. Reuse is also one of the ways as a human being, as an individual, we can. So, can we, not just throw things, throw our clothes out, throw the food which is being, left over, throw the plastic anywhere, which the wrappers which we are doing, can we segregate our garbage into wet and dry like this, so that it becomes easy for the next first line helpers to not create damage to the environment. Recycle, obviously, as I said, cradle to cradle kind of design we can also follow, okay, in our current lifestyle as humans. So guys, very important that we use these 3 R's in our own lives as well, and not just wait for some other person to innovate एंड ब्रिंग सम न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी, क्योंकि हम और हमारी फैमिली ही इस दुनिया में रह रहे हैं और हमें हमारी जिंदगी को बेहतरीन बनाने के लिए खुद मेहनत करनी है, ना कि दूसरों पे डिपेंड होना है. तो FIIP organization and life kind of companies are already doing their bit, but we need support from all of you so that we follow these guidelines, obviously, right? So this is just a, a small note, a new idea or a technological product which can be developed to can be developed to innovate green technology would be great. और कोई भी idea बड़ा छोटा foolish या not so good ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. You never know which idea will crack. So we have 21 participants here. In case you have any kind of idea coming up in your mind which can help a certain problem in the society to make the environment better, will be a great help for organizations like FIIP and L.I.F.E. You come up with an idea and we help you innovate that idea and create a solution for that problem which you have identified. So yes, we are there for you all, and this is what in crux and in the small time frame which I could help you understand from my end, and I do it through a bit through my company, which is Lush Innovations for Earth Private Limited. As I said, we are already working on cocoa peat, cocoa husk kind of planters and replacing the soil and planters for better environment, and the H2 power product is there. We are having innovators in our company which work on green technology based innovations, and that's how life ka aim is always to get work on those SDGs, the goals which I showed you on the slide, and make earth and environment a better place to live for the mankind. I think I am done. In case anybody has any question, this was just a basic information on green technology, how as an ecosystem of human beings we can work together to make this green revolution happen. That was the whole agenda of today's presentation, which was the first one from my side. In case we need detailed discussion on any type of SDG or any type of technology which can help mankind, then we can always plan another session through FIIP, for which I am always ready. And I hope I created some kind of awareness through my small session. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, and if there are any questions, please come.
क्वेश्चन जाने के पहले हम सभी लोगों को विनती करते हैं कि नवऊर्जा के बाद में हमारे जो प्रकार के प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं, जो बिजनेस नेटवर्क है, कॉच है, इंडस्ट्री इंसाइट है, डिजिटल है, वुमन एंटरप्रेन्योर है, यूथ है, और नवऊर्जा के सब कट्टा भी है. So yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So ये सारे प्लेटफॉर्म के हिसाब से हम लोगों को जुड़ाने का काम करते हैं. कि जैसे आज स्मिता मैम यहाँ आई हैं, उन्होंने नवऊर्जा के हमारे माध्यम से ग्रीन टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में जो बात की और हमें सबको अगवा किया है, बहुत बढ़िया इंफॉर्मेशन उन्होंने आज जो शेयर की है. तो यही हमारा सिलसिला है कि आप लोगों को एजुकेट करें ताकि आप अवेयर हो जाए और हमारे इस हिंदुस्तान को आत्मनिर्भर हिंदुस्तान बनाने के प्रयास करेंगे. तो थोड़ा जो हमारा FIIP का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है, जो हम एनजीओ होने के कारण लोगों की उन्नति चाहते हैं, लोगों की सेहत अच्छी चाहते हैं, और इसी के जरिए हम अलग अलग इस प्लेटफॉर्म से आगे काम कर रहे हैं दोस्तों। यूथ के लिए हमारा बड़ा प्रोग्राम आ रहा है। बहुत चंद दिनों में, आने वाले कुछ महीनों में, हम यूथ एंटरप्रेन्योर की बात बहुत बेईमानी से करने वाले हैं, और इतनी करने वाले हैं कि वो बात हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा युवकों को आगे बढ़ाने का प्रयास करेंगे, जिसके लिए हम जो अलग अलग तरीके के जो वैल्यू सिस्टम है हमारे हिंदुस्तान की, ये वैल्यू सिस्टम का हम अलग अलग करके प्रोग्राम हम देने वाले हैं। युग और युवती आगे आएंगी दोस्तों। तो कहने का मतलब है यहाँ कि जो वुमन ट्रेनर की जो बात है, आपने देखा होगा कि जो हमारी सुचिता मैम है, सुचिता मैम से लेके अभी तक जो भी हमारे सारे लोग यहाँ आए हैं, उसके बाद सुजाता मैम आ गई, और उसके बाद आज स्मिता मैम आ गई। ये सिलसिला जो जारी है हमारा, ये यही कहना है हमें कि वुमन को इंडिपेंडेंट प्लेटफॉर्म है हमारा, वो उनके आके विचार रखते हैं, ताकि सब लोगों को ये पता चले कि सच में हम लोग किस मायने में काम कर रहे हैं। और यही प्लेटफॉर्म दर्शाता है दोस्तों। अलग अलग इस प्लेटफॉर्म से आप जुड़ने का हम आपको विशेष करके हम विनती करते हैं, और जितने भी आप लोग यहाँ जुड़ेंगे तो हमारे लिए और भी अच्छा रहेगा, क्योंकि हम आत्मनिर्भर भारत की बात करते हैं दोस्तों। निस्वार्थ भाव से FIIP ये काम कर रहा है। फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्री एंड प्रोफेशनल बिजनेस के साथ साथ सोशल, एनवायरमेंट, करियर एंड लाइफ ऑल टुगेदर वी आर मेकिंग। सो अभी इसके साथ मैं आप सब लोगों को विनती करता हूँ कि अगर कोई स्पॉट का, अगर उनको कनेक्ट चाहिए, अगर वो मेंबरशिप चाहते हैं, तो ये स्कैन कर सकते हैं और हमसे आप जुड़ सकते हैं, जिसकी फी खाली 1500 है, उस पर सब आएगा। लेकिन हम ये सोशल वर्क के प्रोसेस से कर रहे हैं, आपके बिजनेस की भी उन्नति वहां होती है दोस्तों। सो विद दिस नाउ आई रिक्वेस्ट ईच एंड एवरीवन, प्लीज हैव योर क्वेश्चंस। So Smita ji is ready with the answers. I'm sure these are all networks, our concern QR code, so you can connect with this. So friend, now we are going to have question and answer. तो मैं सबको विनती करता हूँ कि आप लोग जो भी क्वेश्चन है पूछना चाहते हैं, अगर चैट बॉक्स में खोलना तो और अनम्यूट करके बात कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू। या स्मिता जी अभी क्वेश्चन आएंगे। Yeah.
अगर किसी को सवाल पूछना है तो अनम्यूट करके आप डायरेक्टली सवाल पूछ सकते हैं। Please unmute yourself and ask the questions.
Ma'am, I have a question for you.
Yes, please, ma'am, please.
You into so many things, and you also mentioned that you have a 13-year-old daughter, right? So how do you manage? That's a very common question actually. माझ्याकडे एको होते सर.
नहीं नवनाथ सर एको येतोय तिकडे. हाँ मैडम बोला. सुचिता मैम, please ask your question.
Madam, this question might have been asked you many times, in fact, but still I would like to ask you, how do you manage your timings? You said you're a mother of 13 years old and you have so many companies, and how do you manage?
Yeah, so I will add on to this, Sucheta ji, that I am a mother of a 13-year-old daughter, and my husband stays in Australia and he doesn't stay with me. So I have to take care of my family as well, fully.
Yeah. The same thing with me. My husband doesn't stay with us. I have 2 daughters and I have a company. I'm board of directors on 2 other companies.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to manage. So how do you do that?
So नारी की यही शक्ति होती है कि वो मल्टीटास्किंग कर सकती है, and you yourself are proving that.
I find it very difficult actually.
Doing it multitasking, difficulty तो है, ऐसा नहीं है difficulty नहीं है, but then yes, starting my day from 5 o'clock in the morning till night is what the routine is, and planning the day ahead of time,
Right.
okay, is the name of the game actually.
Right.
तो if you plan your, जैसे अभी ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन के लिए SDGs है, वैसे हम जैसे लोगों के लिए भी कुछ गोल्स सेट है सस्टेन होने के लिए बिजनेस में और लाइफ में,
Correct.
तो उन्हीं गोल्स को फॉलो करना है बस, और कुछ नहीं। और अगर आप एंजॉय कर रहे हैं इस प्रोसेस को, मैं आईटी में थी तब एंजॉय नहीं कर रही थी, आज
हाँ।
पूरा दिन बिजी होने के बाद भी आई स्लीप, एक सुकून की नींद कहते हैं ना, सो आई स्लीप with a satisfactory
Right.
day. So that is like, if you are happy, content, then everything is in place. थकवा नहीं आता है.
Right. Very true. Very true. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello,
Questions
ma'am.
will come, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, my name is Ajish. Actually, this solar and all, it's very difficult to understand, like, solar energy, like, can you make it little easy? Like, is there any process, where you can tell it little easier, ma'am?
So what is, Anish ji, if I ask you, what is solar energy?
From the sun, ma'am.
Yeah,
We,
it is as simple as that. Creating energy, creating an energy, or say for example electricity, through the energy which comes from natural resources, like sun.
Okay.
The energy which we get from the sunlight is converted to some other form of energy which is used by humans, for example electricity. Now I don't want to go into the technical part of it. Why? Because this is not the forum to understand, to help you understand the technical diagram of how solar energy is generated through these different energies. But then yes, solar energy is a very complicated thing to be made, and we are doing wonders, when it is about solar energy. So yes, anything energy which is getting converted, the sunlight as an energy getting converted to some other form of energy which is used by humans, is solar energy, and the best example is electricity. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, adding to your basically answer, I would like to tell Ajish, continue with the answer that way. Okay, it's a privilege to add me, ma'am, with your permission. With your permission,
Yes,
we have been working last 2 years on solar energy project.
yeah,
We have developed solar panel. Yeah, we have developed solar panel, which is replacing entire electricity. We are generating garbage into the electricity through solar energy. That what my mentee is at Chennai, and he has developed that product. We got prototype also, and friend, we have done IPR also. So we are marching towards energy, and that is what solar energy. And I'm here as a mentor, so I know that how we can utilize this sun energy, and we can save unnecessarily that coal and other concern losses of our earth mother. So friend, this is what we are doing, the practical example. And we are going to use in foundry, and foundry industries is going to be the blessing of this, my product in them. I hope that, Ajis, you got the answer.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and one more point, sir. Like now we are all talking about EV and all, but in the paper and all, I'm seeing like there is fire happening in the vehicle as well as in the factory showroom and all. Could you throw some light? Like, is it safe? Because petrol and diesel, it is 30 years there, and if something happens, we can just walk away or something. It will not burst and all. But this EV two-wheeler and all, it is kind of you before that person even knows it, blows it off. Could you throw some light on it?
So yes, Ajish, as an innovator, I will always say that any kind of new innovation will have these kind of testing phases. Okay, and अगर आप थोड़ा सा पीछे जाए तो when we innovated electricity, okay, for getting that light in the darkness of our lives, we also had few challenges. Okay, Similarly, now we know as humans that how EV is very important to us in our life to get into this green revolution thing. And when we are discovering or innovating such products which are related to EV, we will have this phase also. And we all believe it or not, getting into 100% EV mode will take I don't know how many years, because we already are into fuel and CNG consumption wala vehicles, right? So this phase, this testing phase will also be there. We have to have some patience first and keep on innovating to evolve the current product into a better one as an innovator. So ये blasts भी होंगे और कुछ negative चीजें भी होगी EV vehicles से. But yes, when we talk about green revolution, I think we have to have that patience and give the innovators also a chance to evolve in the whole, EV life cycle.
Thank you. Thank you.
होने वाला है अजीश वो. We
Okay,
cannot
thank
stop that.
you. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, friends, have your questions. So our speaker can lead you all further with more information and enlightening you all.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, ma'am,
Yeah.
I have one question. So I'm much curious to know that what Indian governments is actually at what scope it is working on these kind of energies, which are with environmental energies, in order to get rid of the conventional sources of energy. Likewise, we have been listening from, or we have been reading from newspaper or medias, that European countries, they are working very hard to get rid of from fuel, and they have kept some target. So what our government is actually doing in hot scope, that what we
Yeah.
would like to
So
listen.
very good question actually, and we all, the government is encouraging such kind of innovations. Obviously, we see Nitin Gadkari ji already declaring that how EV will come in picture for future. Okay, how hydrogen gas is going to play a role. Okay, hydrogen gas based vehicles running on the road, and how this is going to be a revolutionary thing. They, as a government, they have already sanctioned like a huge amount of funding for such kind of green technology companies. There is a new scheme which is launched called as Purti under Startup India portal, which is if you have the correct vision and mission for green technology, green innovation companies, that up to 10 CR grant is getting sanctioned directly. 10 CR is a huge amount, and they are giving 50% discount on all the certifications and compliances and exemptions needed for such kind of companies as well when it comes to Startup India registered, DPIIT registered companies. एक तो बहुत सारे स्कीम्स है जो ग्रीन टेक्नोलॉजी को बढ़ावा देने के लिए गवर्नमेंट कर रहा है. जस्ट दैट we as common individuals are not aware and we are not connected to the right channels. I in Vamita have a team of you can say experts who work directly with Ministry of MSME, directly with such Startup India schemes, and we help people educate and get into the application process of such seed fundings, grants, etc. तो ये सारी चीजों में तो दो चीजें आती है. एक, क्या गवर्नमेंट सपोर्ट कर रही है ऐसे ग्रीन इनोवेशंस को? तो हाँ, बहुत ज्यादा कर रही है. दे आर एनकरेजिंग. ओके. और क्या ऐसी इनोवेशन कंपनीज के लिए कुछ ऐसी फैसिलिटीज दे रही है? तो यस, they are giving those facilities. Please go visit Startup India portal, Make in India portal, and you will understand what facilities are there for such kind of green technology companies. we have definitely beautiful future when it comes to India and the support from the government. And obviously, when I talk, as an individual, मैं क्या कर रही हूँ to make that change happen.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a great explanations. मैम मेरा एक सवाल है जो डायरेक्टली ग्रीन टेक्नोलॉजी से कनेक्टेड नहीं है,
अच्छा,
लेकिन आप कार्बन क्रेडिट्स के बारे में कुछ बोल सकते हैं क्या?
कार्बन क्रेडिट्स एक बहुत बड़ा टॉपिक है एक्चुअली, और पैसिव इनकम का बहुत बड़ा जरिया है, ठीक है. एंड कंपनीज लाइक लाइफ प्राइवेट लिमिटेड आर लाइक वेरी स्मॉल टू गेट encashed on carbon credits, because carbon credits क्या है? So in short, if your innovation or your technology helps in reducing the carbon emission of any kind of energy, from any kind of energy or product or resource, and you have to just calculate, I told about carbon capture. Okay, so carbon capture, ये अगर फिगर हम फाइंड आउट करके अपने टेक्नोलॉजी से मैप करके ये बता सकते हैं कि बिफोर द टेक्नोलॉजी कार्बन कैप्चर इतना था, आफ्टर द टेक्नोलॉजी कार्बन कैप्चर को हमने रिड्यूस किया इतना, तो ये जो डिफरेंस है ये एक्चुअली कार्बन क्रेडिट है. ओके, तो अगर हम कार्बन इमिशन को कम करने में हेल्प करते हैं, एंड विथ द सॉलिड एविडेंस, टेस्टिंग डॉक्यूमेंट on paper as well as in actual life thing, if we are there with this difference of carbon capture before and after, then we can claim for these carbon credits. जो global organizations है उनके through, I am not the right person to give you the technical explanation of how we can go till there, but because I am into green technology, I know what carbon credits are and how we can encash as a company for whatever we are doing as a passive income. I know L.I.F.E Private Limited will definitely have a future through carbon credits as well. वो एक अलग revenue channel हो जाएगा ऐसे companies के लिए. Okay, so we have to understand the whole process of how to calculate the difference between the carbon capture before and after the technology, and encash on the credit of the percentage difference. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Yeah, anybody is there who would like to have a question, friend, please feel free, because the topic is very, very important. Yeah, Abdul Sheikh. Yeah.
Madam, good evening, madam.
Yeah.
Can you say something about green hydrogen and what type of project is this? How costly it is, and where and how to install this project?
Abdul, the green hydrogen project which we are working on through L.I.F.E is a hydrogen kit, which is installed on vehicles which are run through fuel as well as CNG. Okay, and as I said that they help you increase your the average of your vehicle by 30 to 40%. We claim 30 to 40%, but actually we are giving more than 60% on road for two-wheelers and autos already. In Pune, we are already in a revenue-based model for two-wheelers and autos. Okay, and we are soon launching in different parts of Maharashtra as well. So this is a patented product of ours, and if you need more details on how you can know more about, or you can take this product to your area, then you can obviously connect me through Mohite
Okay.
sir, FIIP and all, and I will be more than happy to explain you how you can take it further.
Okay. Thank you. I
Yeah.
will connect you, madam. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes, friends. I hope very qualitative answers ma'am is sharing, and very apt. She is basically focusing here. So definitely we must have furthermore knowledge through your questioning. Feel free, friends. Yes, Shantanuji.
Yes. See, a very simple question. Like, are there any limitation for the green technology to use it in the society rather? Because
by limitation, what do you mean, sir?
means if any projects in society use particularly we can avail, then is there any very costly affair or any particularly government any subsidy for that?
So, as I said, that the type of green technology investment, the slide in which I was talking about green technology investment, the last part was viability. So, commercially, how viable the product is very important. हमने एक इनोवेशन तो बना लिया, मगर एक टेक्नोलॉजी तो बना ली कुछ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने के लिए, बट अगर आम आदमी उसे यूज ही नहीं कर पाया तो उसका फायदा क्या है? Right? So if I am making a kit for two-wheeler and auto drivers, then I should make sure that it is commercially feasible for them to buy that. And till what time they are going to get the ROI of whatever they bought from us, and more importantly, how we are going to contribute to the green revolution. So yes, definitely yes, commercially viable तो होना ही चाहिए product, तभी उसके feasibility study को हम 100% ये कर पाएंगे, justify कर पाएंगे. वो challenge है. और technology wise sir, there are so many innovators who are working on like कल ही मैं एक innovator से मिली जिन्होंने चाइना जापान से भी कम रेट में without using a chip सोलर पैनल से स्मॉल लालटेन्स बनाए हैं, ओके, which can be used by farmers, vegetable vendors, army officials and all, इतना छोटा और इतना कॉम्पैक्ट कि कोई भी यूज कर सके, और पर डे के हिसाब से they are using it like around 15-20 rupees का कॉस्ट इन्वेस्ट करके. तो यस, innovations हो रहे हैं and we are at the right time and in the right place, and best part is Indians are getting aware of this thing and we should encourage.
बिकॉज मैंने एक सुना था कुछ गडकरी जी ये जो वेस्ट प्लास्टिक वेस्ट होता है उसकी रोड कंस्ट्रक्शन करने के लिए यूटिलाइज करने वाले हैं टू मतलब इंस्टेड ऑफ डांबर दे आर लिटिल बिट यूजिंग सम प्लास्टिक वेस्ट.
कभी कभी हैरानी होती है कि इनोवेटर्स कहाँ से दिमाग लाते हैं और कैसे करते हैं. तो प्लास्टिक वेस्ट से देयर आर प्लांटर्स गेटिंग मेड, ज्या कुंड्या असतात झाडं लावायला.
परफेक्ट. मेरे पास कल ही मेरा एक मीटिंग हुआ, उसमें वो लेडी वो कुंडी बनाती है.
Yeah. So there are so many innovations which are happening, and yes, people like us should encourage.
बट उसमें मैडम कुछ सब्सिडी गवर्नमेंट वो वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर को देती है अगर कोई ऐसे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर रहा है?
बिल्कुल देती है सर.
इसके लिए उसका स्टार्टअप रजिस्ट्रेशन होना चाहिए. बहुत
जरूरी है कि 51% से ज्यादा स्टेक्स वुमेन के पास होने चाहिए, और स्टार्टअप का DPIIT सर्टिफिकेशन होना चाहिए. सारे जितनी भी ROC नॉर्म्स है वो कंप्लीट होने चाहिए. वो एक प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी होनी चाहिए. बहुत सारे. तो हम यही मार खा जाते हैं.
हम बनाते बराबर है मैम. हम क्या है कंपनी चालू करते हैं लेकिन लीगली हम नॉलेज नहीं रखते, इसलिए हमको लॉसेस हो रहे हैं.
एग्जैक्टली. तो इसीलिए वामिता इसी पे काम करता है.
So nice. Yes friends, question please. Feel free to ask questions. I hope the silence speaks that yes, everyone is happy and satisfied. So with this note, with due permission with Smitaa ji, I think so this is the time to close the session. And I'm very happy, ma'am. Very wonderfully the way you have presented here. then I will say in one line, green should be within, green should be around, and we should be with that feel of the green, where we can sensitize our future generation to be more happy, to sustain themselves. Our survival is not that way the cause, but their survival is very important for the future. With this note, I'm thankful to everyone for joining us and making us all together a very handsome.
Thank you so
and
much.
thoughtful
Thank you so
process.
much, the
Thank you.
whole FIIP team, for organizing such events and for giving me also a chance, to talk on such topic.
We are always there, ma'am, for empowering the woman entrepreneur.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting for that day when this women empowerment thing completely closes and we talk only about work and not women and men and not empowerment. I'm
That-
just waiting for that day.
Correct. Suchita has given us the basically thought process, and we are working.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% agree on this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with this note, thank you very much, friends,
Thank
and
you.
we'll see you very soon with our upcoming program. Yes, upcoming program will be there, which will be again enlightening society awareness, making every individual to be awake for living, not for himself, but for the globe and for the Atmanirbhar Bharat. With this, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.